My mom had a rule. If I played a gig Saturday night, then I had to be at 7:30 service. And on Easter at 6:30. And so sometimes, back in the day, you played gigs 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And you might not leave the club till 3:30, 4 o'clock. And then you got to stop at the White Castle on 5th, And if you ain't had that new chicken sandwich, chef's kiss. They made a mistake, but now they corrected it. Chef's kiss. And so I might not be getting in the house to change out of my smoky clothes into my Jesus clothes until like 5:30. You got your Jesus closet and then you got your world closet. Yeah. and so I get this painting in so many ways. Tiff told me there are a couple pieces in here where she saw kind of how her technique and her imagination and everything shifted, turned a corner, and she found something new in her work. I play with some great musicians. These are my favorite musicians in the world. But it's when I'm doing this that I find new aspects of my own playing. And the fact that how she addressed the faces in the church in the morning, that was significant to me because so much happens in your face, right? And I also said, the piece, a lot of the work brings you to it, but then she started telling me, a lot of these pieces you have to make choices about, right? This piece right here, you have to decide if you're inside the house, if everything's happening outside the house and you're outside looking in, and the piece over here with the couple, they love their life, you got to decide a lot of things in terms of how you experience the piece. But this piece, Church in the Morning, I'm like, I don't have to decide nothing. I remember that life. and so I'm going to try to play something reflective. And what makes this Church in the Morning relevant for me right now is the Unity Suite is something I wrote when I was 23 years old. And we just recorded it. I'm 46. It's been a little while. You talk about patience, and we talked about patience, right?
Patience is a big part of this show.
Yeah.
Because I had to show up for the work, whether I was stuck or not.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I had the idea, whether I thought I had the materials or not. But I had to show up for it, and I had to be patient for a big portion of this work. I can wait for it to come to me.
Yeah. And she talked about how they would talk to her.
Yeah, there was a lot of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Each figure in all of these pieces, we had conversation. I asked them what they wanted. Where did you come from? What do you do? Where do you live? How do you live? What story are me telling? What can I do for you? So it was a whole lot of give and take in this exhibit. It was a whole lot of interrogation, not as a collection as a whole, from piece to piece. So I didn't build this body of work thinking that they would all talk, except where it did.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a thing to learn how to listen to it when it starts talking to you. So that was also a lesson that I learned. That was the freedom piece of the deal, because I had to be okay with that. Like, I wasn't in charge. Like, I had no, I won't say no control, but very little.
Yeah. I learned that with the Unity Suite because this is a piece that's old. It was already done. And when I was trying to figure out what stories to tell, given the current social, political situation in America and around the world, I thought I was going to write something new. And then something said, you already have something.
Like, it's already there.
It's already there. So I pulled the Unity Suite off and I'm starting to look through because I couldn't find. I recorded it the first time we played it, second time we played it in Cincinnati during a snowstorm on a mini disc. That, you don't have any technology today where you can get mini disc anywhere. So I had to find, Ruth, my wife, is like, why do you keep all this stuff? I said, because you never know. So she finds me rummaging through old cords and cables, trying to find the battery pack or the adapter for this Sony mini disc player so I could plug it in and then record it into Logic so I could listen to the thing. So it was a process of not only being patient, but waiting to hear. Because I was like, I wrote this at 23. It doesn't fit who I am at 46, but it's already done. The language was already done. And so I had to be patient and wait. And it took a year for me to start pruning the piece. It's like, let's cut this away. Let's take this away. Oh, but this right here, that's important. I didn't notice that when I was 23. Now, what can I do with this? And so that became something more important in the piece. And so there are themes that come back in the piece that didn't in the original. So it started talking to me. The instruments were characters in the same way. So Eddie Baird, the tenor saxophone, is the preacher. And again, how many times did I say, as you were walking me through this, like that's part of my process, the listening. It really was a thing where I wrote myself into the future. I didn't know that I would need that piece now, right? And the other significant piece about the idea of church, you know, and not the dogmatic, you know, all that stuff that is problematic, right? But the black church in the history of America was the one place we could congregate. And do all kinds of things. Sunday school only exists because that's how we learned how to read. Right? It was the center of the community. So when I was looking for music that could bring people together, and the stories that could bring people together, to me, my default was some kind of gospel thing. Right? And so this piece combines gospel, blues, the avant-garde, and classical in the same way that collage brings a lot of disparate pieces together to create something new, and hip hop and everything else. So again, this exhibit resonates so much with me in my process. I'm just glad to be able to play something. So I'm gonna think about this church thing. Church in the morning.